Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be doing Dance Moms Dances That Got Robbed Part 2. I don't know how many more parts I'll be able to do because I was hoping to do like 2 seasons per video, but they win a lot, like coming season 4 and season 5. Like using season 4, I only have 3 dances from season 4 and the rest here are season 3. So I might just have to do the rest of the seasons in one video. We'll see. I don't really know how many more dances I have. But anyways, let's get started. So first from season 3, episode 1, we have Nobody's Perfect, which is Chloe's solo. Now I love this solo. I think it's great. I think her emotion is wonderful. Her turns are beautiful. And Abby really gets on her because she does her own choreography and she wants to choreograph and blah 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 blah. No, she just forgot because all the girls had to learn their dances in like 35 seconds and then go out and do them perfectly. Like, of course you're gonna forget something at some point in your life. I'd probably forget them every week. And Abby like really harps on her for doing the wrong choreography. But if Maddie did the wrong choreography but still won or still did well, Abby wouldn't care. We know that this is true because Kalani has this happen in season 5, I think, where she forgets her solo and she just keeps dancing and does something else and she wins. And Abby mentions it to her, but she's like, okay, you still won, so whatever. Let's still put you at the top of the pyramid and everything's perfect. And I'm not trying to take away from Kalani. I'm trying to just say that Abby's inequities are stupid, but I think watching Dance Moms, we all already knew that. So that annoyed me, and like she kept harping on Chloe, but Chloe's solo was beautiful. And I really do like Maddie's solo as well, but I think that Chloe's solo and emotion just had so much in it, and her turns were great. Like, I feel like it was probably really close between the two of them, but I do still think that Chloe deserved to win. Also, I would have loved if she won just to like shove it in Abby's face, like, huh, you said I suck. You said I shouldn't have won nationals. Here you go. I won. So, that's my opinion. Alright, so next from season 3, episode 2. Now this is the episode where the moms do the walkout for Kelly. It's really just a walkout to renegotiate their contracts, but they frame it as a walkout for Kelly. But anyway, so Abby gets the whole new team and everything, and Allie, who was in the last episode, performs a solo called Forever and a Day, which I love this solo. I think it's amazing. I think that she has so much emotion. I love the part where she's like walking through a fire but like her leg is up. I don't know how to describe that. I'm not a dancer, sorry. I feel like you know what I'm talking about if you know that solo. But I really liked it, and I really liked that we got to see Allie as a soloist, because even though she was only on there for like 2 episodes, 3 if you count nationals, but they didn't really show her, so 2 episodes, I think that she had a lot of talent. I thought that she would have been like a good permanent member had she wanted to stay on. But, you know, sadly her time got cut short. But I really do love this solo. I don't know how she lost. I thought it was great. I thought her turns were great. She has amazing technique. She's just overall a great dancer. I mean, so is everyone else on the show, but you get my point. Alright, next in season 3, episode 6, we have Chloe's solo Left in the Dark. In case you can't tell, Chloe's my favorite, and I also feel like she lost a lot when she shouldn't have, so that's my opinion. Anyways, Left in the Dark, I really like this solo. I thought Chloe always did really well with like creepy dances and creepy solos that had like weird random hidden meanings, so I really liked this solo. I also don't know how she did not place. Like, she should have at least been in the top 5. Minimum top 5. Like, she was amazing. I loved it. I thought it was great. And also, I feel like it would have been nice if she had like won first place in her solo and then the whole like pink lemonade hat situation happened, because then she would have been like, oh, Abby, I know I dropped my hat, but like I was your first place soloist, so I don't really know what vibe I'm giving Chloe. Apparently, in my mind, she's a brat. I know she's not, but I guess maybe I want her to be. Maybe I want her to stick up to Abby, because Abby was rude. Abby was terrible to her. I mean, Abby said horrible things about her like every single 5 seconds. I'd be terrible to her. I don't know how some of those girls weren't. I'd probably like trash talk her all the time in my diary. Anyways, that's a whole tangent, but yeah, Left in the Dark, great solo, love it, love the creepy doll concept. Up next from season 3, episode 8, this is Brooke's solo Careless. And I feel like this isn't really talked about, and I was kind of going through the dances, and I watched this one, and I was like, man, this is a good solo. Like, she has good tricks, good, like she does a couple of turns, and they're good too. She does like a handstand walk, but she walks backwards, which, I mean, maybe is not that impressive, but to me, as someone who doesn't know how to do handstand walks, I thought it was impressive. I thought it looked great. And I loved her costume. For once, she wasn't wearing the unitard, so that was great. I thought it did really well, and she got 5th. Like, that's absurd. She did not deserve 5th. Like, absolutely ridiculous. Alright, so next from season 3, episode 11, we have Uphill Battle, which is Maddie. And Maddie didn't lose that often, so it'll be rare that we see her, even though I'm saying that and I have another one of hers in like 2 seconds. But you know what? She didn't lose that often. I feel like we all know that. Maddie always gets first. Maddie's always at the top of the pyramid. Maddie's always front and center in the group dances. It's just how it is. That's how the ALDC worked. Anyways, so where was I? Uphill Battle. That's what it is. I really like this solo. I thought that it was different than Maddie's like typical Maddie solo of it being like a pretty lyrical. This one was like contemporary and it had more like hard hitting stuff, like the part where she's like turning and then does like a jump and then like lands on the ground. Like she didn't normally do that. And I also really liked the song, but I did like that it was something different from Maddie. And I definitely thought she would have won. Like, I don't know how she lost. I thought it was great solo. Yeah. Alright, so next from season 3, episode 16 is about Mother, and that is Chloe's solo. Again, I'm a big Chloe stan. So, this solo of Chloe's I thought was really great. I loved it. I know that Abby was trying to make it like a dig to Christy because she hates Christy and she hates Chloe and she's just a hateful person. But, I mean, she was trying to make a dig. She didn't do a good job because that was a beautiful solo. If she wanted to make a dig, she should have done like a stupid musical theater jazz dance where it's like, my mom is the worst person on the planet and I hate her. That's what she should have done. But she didn't. Instead, she gave Chloe a beautiful lyrical solo, and Chloe did well with it. She got 2nd, and I think she was only 1 point behind Maddie, because Maddie won. But still, I think she did really great. I think that she should have won. And again, it's like another time where I'm like, Chloe should have won. Like, Chloe deserved to win more than she did. And I feel like maybe there was some behind-the-scenes stuff happening. We'll discuss that in my next dance, which my next dance is You Can in season 3, episode 23, which this is Chloe's version of the You Can Be Anything solo, which lost to Maddie's version of the Be Anything solo. First of all, the fact that this episode is named 2 Girls, 1 Solo, that never registered in my mind, and I know what the original thing is. We're not going to discuss that. That's not what I want to do. The fact that that is the name of the episode, someone needs to be in jail. Immediately. Immediately someone needs to go to jail. I don't care who it is. I don't care what executive from Lifetime it is. Whoever made that title needs to go to jail. ASAP. Because they were 11 and 10, and that's the title you chose? Pardon me? Second of all, I feel like in Abby's mind, she immediately set Chloe up from the beginning. Because that was more of a Maddie solo. Now granted, Chloe could do everything except for the one front aerial that Maddie did, but other than that she could do everything. But you could tell just from the choreography and some of the little moves that she did that that was a Maddie solo. And again, another thing, I don't know if anybody else registered this, but Maddie was, like, their costumes were yellow. Yellow I feel like doesn't necessarily always look good on blondes, so I don't know if that was strategic by Abby. And also, Maddie's had more embellishments on it. Like, she had an applique and she had a nicer headpiece. Chloe's was just like a plain yellow dress with a little yellow flower that honestly looked like it was from Hobby Lobby, and it was terrible. So I feel like in my mind, even though Abby was like, oh, we're setting up Chloe and Maddie to do the same routine, everything's gonna be fair. It wasn't fair. None of it was fair. It was all stupid, and it was all to hurt Chloe. And even now, Abby's like, oh, I never wanted to hurt Chloe. I loved all my dancers. Baloney. Baloney. You loved all your dancers. No, absolutely not. You did not love Chloe. You did not love Paige. Maybe you did at one time. You didn't by the end. Absolutely not. And so I personally just felt like the whole thing was set up from the beginning for Maddie to win. And when Maddie didn't win, Abby was pissed because she's like, oh, Maddie should have won. Maddie did a front aerial instead of a side aerial, and Maddie's costuming was better, so that's why she looked at the scores, which I also, this is like a huge conspiracy theory, so just like bear with me. I feel that someone at Lifetime approached one of the judges and told them to do this. Again, this is a conspiracy theory. I have literally no confirmation that this even happened, but I have a conspiracy theory that the whole thing was that they had a point category of 25 points, and that one of the judges gave Chloe like a 28 or something in a category that only had 25 points. And so then Maddie would have won. I feel like it was planned. I don't know. I have no evidence. But maybe because Dance Moms was such a successful show, and they knew that it was so successful, and they had a lot of money, maybe they paid a judge off. Again, that's a theory of mine. You can like it, you can not like it. It's my opinion. Maybe one day I'll share my other Dance Moms theories, because I have a couple of them. I don't know, if anyone wants to see that, let me know, because I have a few. They're kind of interesting, but they're mine, so. Anyways, but yeah, that's my theory, and another reason why I think this is because one of the executives, I don't remember which one, but one of them posted on Twitter, like, the day that that episode premiered, or, like, the day before, and they're like, this episode is the best episode of Dance Moms ever. So obviously he loved the drama between Maddie and Chloe having the same solo, so I think that that's why. Anyways, just a theory. We've talked about this dance long enough. Moving on. So up next we have Season 3, Episode 28. Now, going further into Season 3, sometimes the episodes get all mixed up, but as I have it, it is Episode 28, and it is Maddie's tap solo, You and Me Against the World. Now, I really like this solo. I feel like tap numbers can be difficult to do, because you have to, like, have a lot of acting to, like, make people engage with it, because tapping isn't like, oh, you did an aerial, oh, that's cool, oh, you did a back tap, wow, that's amazing. It's a lot of, like, more intricate work, because it's mostly foot movements. I mean, it is all foot movements, but I feel that Maddie did a great job of, like, using her facials and, like, having the expressions of, like, burnt the coffee, burnt your pancakes in my hand. Can you tell I was a dancer for, like, 10 years? Not competitive, but, like, man, I should have been on Dance Moms. Anyways, but yeah, but I loved that part. I thought that she had really good characterization, and I really do like tap. Like, out of all the styles I did recreationally, I feel like tap was definitely my favorite, so I liked to see tap on Dance Moms, and we never saw it. Like, there was like 4 tap solos total, and they were all from Maddie. And I would have liked if we got to see the other girls do tap. I understand why we didn't, because it was difficult, but irregardless. Alright, next from Season 3, Episode 32, we have On the Verge, which is a group dance, and this dance got 4th. I love this dance. I love this song. I know a lot of people hate the song in the fandom, but I love it. I think it's a great song. I listen to it sometimes. I liked their costuming. I feel like everyone had good emotion in that dance. I thought it was a good dance. I really don't know how they got 4th. And I know at the end, Chloe, like, actually, like, full on screams, like, at the top of her lungs, and I know they cut that from the show, and maybe that's why. Maybe the judges were like, holy crap, why the hell is this 10-year-old screaming on stage? Maybe it startled them. I don't know. Maybe that's like not allowed at competitions, but I mean, also actually Kendall did it in like season 7, but then at that point almost all the competitions were like faked or staged or whatever. I don't care what the dance moms say, I believe that they were staged, so I didn't live it, but I believe it. Yeah, so anyways, On the Verge, great dance, love that dance. Does not get enough credit. Alright, up next from season 3, episode 37, we have Voodoo Doll, which is Kendall's solo. So it was originally supposed to be Chloe's solo, not discrediting Kendall, but I mean, Abby literally admits it in like season 4 or something, I don't remember. But Abby literally admits that it should have been Chloe's solo, so I think that Kendall really was like, okay, it's supposed to be Chloe's solo, but guess what? It's mine, and I'm gonna do amazing with it. And she did. She killed it. She rocked it. She had good emotion. Her turns were beautiful, which people always talk about like Chloe and Maddie's turns being beautiful, which they are. I'm not denying that. But Kendall also has some really good turns. Like, she can turn super well. So I don't know why she's not talked about more in the turning group. Like, she can turn. That girl can turn. And I didn't really like Maddie's solo, which was Amazing Grace. Like, it was a fine solo, like there was nothing wrong with it, but Kendall's I just feel like had some more like sass and attitude, and I like that it led more into like New Orleans and like voodoo and all of that, you know, dynamic there. I don't really know what I'm trying to say. I like the solo. Alright, up next from season 4, episode 7, the big bad situation with Wishbone, Chloe and Paige's duet. And this one, I gotta say, Chloe and Paige had much more emotion and they connected so much better in their duet than Kalani and Maddie. And I feel like that whole situation was truthfully just so messed up. I don't know if anyone thought that it would go to the degree that it did, but that situation should have never happened. Those, like, the kids should have never been in there, the security guard should have been in there, because Kelly said that they made the security guard, like, wait outside, I think, and he was in the room for, like, every other physical altercation, but they made him wait outside, which is just really suspicious on the producer's part. Again, another thing where I'm like, the producers messed up. But the whole situation, the fact that they entered the routine last minute, the fact that Paige and Brooke, like, really were featured in a lot of the dances that week, the fact that at the open call auditions, Abby just didn't really care about them. I feel like it was all just building and building and building and building. And then finally it just exploded and Kelly lost her mind and, you know, she hit Abby, which I'm not saying I agree with, but I can definitely see her position on it. 100%. I mean, if someone's in your face, what's the easiest way to get rid of them? But anyways, the fact that this dance is just like attached to so much like bad blood really upsets me, because I feel like it's a great dance and it's a great dance to show between two friends, and like that's something that the song talks about. It's like, you were my friend but you grew up like my sister, which is how Chloe and Paige were, and I feel like their beautiful duet and story coming together is really just overshadowed by this big terrible fight, which is so stupid, and it could have so easily been avoided, and Melissa could have done something and told Maddie, like, you're not dancing, I don't care, and it could have all been resolved. But I mean, that's not how things went, obviously, and I don't know, I didn't really like that whole situation. I don't think anyone did, but besides the fact that whoever made our, I think it's like a rap remix of like Kelly and Abby's fight where she's like 500 pound, 500 pound, 500 pound hog. That part is above. That's probably the only good thing to ever come out of that fight. Alright, so up next from the very next episode, season 4, episode 8, we have Nia's Down to the River solo, which I really like this solo. I feel like Nia, especially in the earlier seasons, doesn't really get a lot of credit for being a good dancer. And also I feel like Abby under-choreographed a lot of her solos because she was racist. Another theory. If you want to see my Dance Moms theories, let me know. But anyways, I personally just really like this solo. I thought the music was good. I thought her choreography was good. I thought she performed well. And I feel like the reason why it didn't place was because this was a competition where they like grouped everything that was juniors all together and everything that was teens all together. So I feel like that's probably why it didn't win. But also, what competition groups all the age categories together? Like, really? Nobody does that. Nobody. Not a single person. That was purely for drama, and it was dumb. Like, the fact that Down by the River lost to Yum Yum? No. No one's believing that. And also Confessions, that's not really in here, but just like a side note, Confessions, Maddie and Chloe's duet, lost to Yum Yum? No. That dance was terrible. Shouldn't have won. Terrible. Alright, and lastly, because I've been like rambling for far too long, we have season 4, episode 31, My Name in Lights, Kendall. And as you can see, you go from episode 8 to episode 31, there's a large jump because everyone wins in like every episode. However, My Name in Lights, Kendall got 9th, which I thought was ridiculous. I went back and watched that solo, and she had really good turns, she had good facials, she was sassy, she was cute, she like really played the character well. So I don't know how she got 9th. That was ridiculous, and I feel that she probably should have been in like at least the top 3, or maybe even 1. I thought it would have been nice for Kendall to have like a big winning moment, because I feel like she never really got like a huge, oh my god, Kendall won nationals, or Kendall won this competition. Like, she definitely won competitions, but I feel like everyone else, there was like one big moment where they had like a huge winning moment. Like Nia won nationals in season 7, Chloe won nationals in season 2, Maddie won 800 million times over, Mackenzie beat Maddie, Brooke won nationals, Paige had the big win in the gym. Like, Kendall, like, I know she won, but I don't feel like any of them were super memorable. Maybe that's just me. Again, not discrediting Kendall, I just feel like it would have been nice to see her have a big win, and I thought My Name in Lights was a really good solo. But anyways, that is part 2 of my Dance Moms dances that got robbed. If you want to see part 3, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below if you want to see my Dance Moms theories video. I got a couple of them, and they're definitely interesting, because I guess I basically told the one about the You Can Be Anything. But yeah, let me know if you want to see any others, and see you guys next time. Bye.